What's up, everybody? Team Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I am continuing my coverage of my boys of gold, Nashville SC, and it's another loss. This team is testing me. They are testing my patience. I've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt so many times, especially on the road, because the road, for us, it has been tough. And it's been really showing as of late. I have a lot of stuff to talk about here with this match against NYCFC. But before I do, fans, if you haven't seen it, the newest episode of Gridiron Chat is out right now. In this episode, me and Steven, we talked about a lot. We gave our reactions to SummerSlam. We gave our reactions to Seth Rollins pulling off the ruse of the century, Brock Lesnar returning. And we also gave our record predictions for this upcoming NFL season for our favorite teams, respectfully, the Titans and the Bengals.
Dude, Monka's the best rusher you got right now.
Absolutely. Like, you need him. If Dallas is going to go to the Super Bowl, you got to sign him.
Well, let's not say Super Bowl yet.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm speaking in, like, the delusional mind of Dallas fans. Like, oh, this is our year.
Did you see that thing where that guy ran into CD Lamb?
Yeah.
Was it the ref?
Yeah, it was the ref. He was running.
CD's like, yeah.
Yeah. That was worse than Braun Breaker's spear.
And then somebody said, well, this Cowboy season's already gone downhill.
You can check out the episode here on YouTube, on Spotify Podcasters, and Player FM. Links are in the description. All right, let's talk about it. Nashville SC lose to NYCFC. On the road, we lose 2-1. First thing that I want to say, and I'm going to talk about this a lot in this video, because it has to be said. The circumstances and the sequence of events that happened in this match, to me, felt weird, and that's putting it probably the best that I can. Here's what I will say. Like, we had a very good start here. 20 seconds in, Schaffelberg on the right side. He found Sam Surge right there in a great spot, right in front for the shot, but good save by Matt Freese, an easy one right there. For the boys in gold, Nashville SC. One thing that no one can deny about us is that, you know what? We know how to start a match. Absolutely. First 3 shots of the match in the opening 10 minutes were coming to us. We had the first 3 shots in this match. We were rolling. And in the 10th minute, man, Jacob Schaffelberg, he scores. I love this. This was the team chemistry that I was missing so much from Jacob Schaffelberg and Hani Mukhtar. Jacob Schaffelberg, it has been like a rocky year for him in terms of just getting him out there, getting him out on the pitch and having him contribute. He is a great player. He's one of our best, and he just contributes in so many ways. And on this play, Hani, he has it at midfield. And Jacob, he's calling for it. He says, hey, I'm open right here, Hani. He gets that ball to Jacob, and then just right there, he splits the defense, and it's curtains right there. Jacob scores, baby. Great start for us. Now, for New York, I was well aware of their home record. Yes, their year has been just up and down. They have been just fighting to survive. But sometimes those teams that are just right on the edge of the playoffs, in this case, right on the edge of the playoff line or a playoff berth, those are dangerous teams because they are desperate and they're willing to do everything and anything it takes to just get some amount of credibility and also just points at any capacity. And for New York, the possession was starting to turn their way, especially after the cooling break. They had some nice shots in the box, which did worry me. Guys, looky here. We are better than this. We cannot let a team, because come playoff time, like, we will be there. We will be there. Come playoff time, I do not, look, if we play like Miami or something like that, we can't let that number 10 in Miami just shoot in the box all over us. I mean, he showed what he can do when the ball is just handed to him by our goaltender. But anyway, they were getting a lot of shots in the box, which did concern me. And then 40th minute, Perea, he scores a goal. Great pass by Wolf to set this up. And Jack Mayer, he's right there. He has the chance for redemption, to have a nice clear, to do something. But once again, I don't know where Jack's head was at, but it was not on this match. I know there's so many good shows out, Wednesday, Peacemaker, all those great shows. But Jack, dude, focus on the game. Stop thinking about whatever that you're thinking about and defend, please. Because goals like this are atrocious to let in. Because we are better than this. We are better to let Perea take this shot and level the match. So here's what was very interesting, and I was thinking about this. So right after Perea scores, there was a weather delay. A weather delay, for goodness sakes, of all the things. All the things to stop Nashville SC in our tracks. Mother Nature has decided to pit herself against us. Unbelievable. We cannot catch a break. But here's what I want to know. At what point did the refs or the executives, whoever makes that choice, at what point did they decide, okay, now it's time to go to the locker room? At what point? Isn't it so interesting that right after Perea scored, we go to the locker room? How interesting is that, huh? It's not like this storm just rolled in there right after he scored. It was building up. I'm sure it was. But right after he scores, we are sent off. How interesting is that? Can we just think about this for one moment? What if it was like Miami, for example? Because I know everyone loves Messi. They love him. What would have happened there? Like if Messi and Miami were up 1-0 and just the smallest little cloud of darkness came rolling in. Don't you think that the refs would have just absolutely sent everybody off? Why is it they had to wait? Why did we have to wait till after Perea scores for the weather delay? Why did we have to wait till that point? I guarantee if it was Miami, if it was Cincinnati, if it was San Diego, as soon as there was tiny little instance of a thunderstorm, they would have been sent off. Why? Because the refs do not like Nashville SC. There is a bias against us. And it is clear I'm standing by this. I know. And you know what? Maybe there are some fans out there that go, Tia Fanatic, why are you making such a big deal? It's a weather delay. But the fact that it happened right after Perea scores, that's concerning. And then what was even weirder is that, we were in like the 40th minute. So we spent, I think it was over 90 minutes we spent in the locker room. Why do we need to play the extra 5 minutes? I apologize. I don't understand that. I mean, we could have just went to the locker room. I'm sure the players would have been fine with that because, that's so weird. Because after the weather delay finally ended, right, we go back out there, we run around for 5 more minutes, and then it's like, okay, now it's time for halftime. So that's 20 more minutes in the locker room. That was just weird. If it was me, honestly, if I was any of the players, if I was a player, I would rather just, take the weather delay, go to the locker room, just chill for 90 minutes, and then go back out there and be game ready knowing that, hey, we are in the second half now. Instead of turning that game mode off, going into the locker room, and then after 5 minutes, if it was 10, yeah, probably. But who cares? Good night, almighty. In the half, New York. They had 2 shots on target, 56% of the possession. It was leaning towards their way. And in the second half, they just turned it up. But here's what I want to say. Let's break this down like this. So in this match, New York had 12 shot attempts. 4 were on target. For Nashville, not too far behind. We had 12 shot attempts also. 3 were on target. So pretty much even in terms of shots between these two clubs, right? But New York, they had to have more possession in order to do that. And I feel like the only reason why they were able to do that was because we were so messed up from going into the locker room for over an hour for pretty much like a whole match. But basically, then we went back out there, played 5 meaningless minutes, then we went back to the locker room, then we went back out there. Like, you know what I mean? It was just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You know what? Despite the circumstances, I still have to hold my boys in goal to a high standard, and we are better than what happened here. 77th minute. Ohana, he's coming in. He gets a pass to the middle for Alonso Martinez, who scores. Alonso Martinez, of all people. We're making all of the superstars look good. We made Messi look good in Miami. We made Lozano look good in San Diego. And now, Alonso Martinez. We make him look just unbelievable because our defense, we cannot make a challenge. Unbelievable. And Alonso Martinez, you know what? You think we would learn by now. You think that we would learn this. Alonso Martinez now leads NYCFC in goals this season with 13. You think that we would learn from that. You think that when we saw that stat, we would be like, okay, anyone but him, do not let him score on us, and we will be fine. And you know what? We could have walked away with a point. At least in the last match, yeah, we blew that one against New York. At least we walked away with a point. That did not happen here. New York, with the great comeback. Unbelievable. They win 2-1 once again. And as I stated a lot throughout this video, this loss sucks just because mainly, you know what, of the circumstances that happened. If this weather delay did not happen, I honestly think that we would have won. And that's not being disrespectful to New York, but stats speak for themselves. We were able to get the same amount of shot attempts, and we had 3 shots on goal with less possession time. If we weren't just like in this like weird funk of going back and forth, we would have definitely had a lot more shots off. I mean, we got a ton of corners to start this match in that first half. And I think that game-winning goal, it could have been there. It could have been there. It wasn't, and that sucks. Now, despite the circumstances that did fall sadly upon us in this match, I have to call this match for what it is. And what it is our 4th straight loss on the road. This is becoming a trend that I'm not liking. Our poor road performances. Let me break it down like this, because I've done the research right here, and I wanted to make sure to share that with all of you. Here's my concern. In our last 4 road matches, we've lost all of them now. We've been outscored by our opponents 8-3. Now, how does that compare to the home side? Well, obviously, we don't suck, so we have been doing really good at home. In our last 4 games at home, which we've won, we've outscored our opponents 10-2. The production, it has to be there. It has to be there. Last year, when we were going through all those changes, I still held my Nashville SC team, I still held them to a high standard. And that has not changed. We have to do better on the road. Yes, home games are great. Absolutely they are. But let me just throw this one out there. There's a lot of good teams right now in the MLS. And come playoff time, you know, based on where we are now, I would assume we are going to at least get one of the top 4 spots. If we don't blow it. But I feel like there might be a point where we are going to have to go on the road for a playoff match, whether it's Cincinnati, Philly, whoever. I feel like that is going to happen. And our productivity, especially in the possession, it has to get better on the road. So, yeah, that is the big main goal right now, Coach Callahan. We got to fire up. Forget this, dude. Honestly, like, Mother Nature, she just was not a fan of us in this match, and New York took full advantage. Hey, good on them. Good on them, and for New York, once again, it should be a very interesting end to this season. I mean, like, they're fighting right now, so it should be very interesting to see what happens with New York. As for us, that's the main goal right now. That's what I want us to focus on. Have more possession in matches on the road, because it can lead to more goals. But that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And hearty salutes to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go, boys, and go!